Greetings, fellow test subjects. Test subject 1337 here for Aperture Gaming. They make it. We test it. You play it. And on today's episode, we are reviewing Assassin's Creed Origins. Every story has to have a beginning, and this is theirs. Now, in case you're wondering, this is the Steelbook for the Gold Edition. Yeah, I've been a huge fan of the Assassin's Creed series for years, so when I heard about this, I started saving my money for the pre-orders. Yeah, so with this you get like the special season pass thing that unlocks all the stuff for like now. So you get some stuff now and stuff later on as the game progresses with the DLC. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I love the Steelbook. The sleeve is just a little unruly with trying to get it off the box. And since I pre-ordered it early enough, I got this cool Assassin's Creed Origin pin. There are some other pins. You have pins of Edward, Ezio, Altair, and Connor. So, pretty cool. Now, like I said, this game, it goes all the way back to the beginning to talk about how the Assassins first started against the Templars. So I was like, when I heard it was in Egypt and it was like the origin, I was like, so what, were the first Templars cats? Yeah. Okay, but no, the game stars Magi Bayek, a man who used to be protector of the Pharaoh, but now he fights for the people, and he's on a quest for revenge. Which, of course, this being the Assassin's Creed universe, escalates very quickly into something far deeper, darker, and more sinister. It takes place in ancient Egypt around 490 BCE. Which is where, yeah, but that's for like in the past, because then in the real world you play as Layla Hassan. She is an Abstergo employee, and she's on location in Egypt to try to find the artifact. Now, based on how she acts and the way that some of the dialogue I've heard, while she is an Abstergo employee, she's like one of the people that doesn't truly know what's going on. So she's not a Templar. She's an inventor. And she's just trying to prove her merit. And of course, thanks to the bleed over effect, after you spend some time in the game, in the past, you then are able to explore the world around you a little bit. You're limited to a cave. You're limited to a cave to explore, pick up some stuff, and some areas outside. Yeah. Now this game, it's pretty cool. Like it tells about like it explains like the first hidden blade and like the whole the ceremony of losing your left ring finger. It explains how all that happened. It's pretty cool to see how this all started in the beginning. Now, let's see, the game, there's so much to offer in the game. First off, visually, it is amazing. The game looks great. All the characters, all the locations. And this is Egypt, so it's huge. And it is so huge, it's like sectioned off. Like, this one area is level 1 through 5, and this area is level 6 through 8. This area is 9 through 12. Yeah, some of the areas, because as you play the game, your character will level up. And that will help you figure out which areas you could probably go into without having too much of a problem. And as you level up, you get skill points to then spend on unlocking like 25% more money when you sell stuff at the store, or the ability to wield instead of just one weapon, you can pick which one of two during combat. Or like the ability to be more stealthier or use this weapon. It's pretty awesome. I like that, and I've noticed this trend in the last couple of games I reviewed, how level unlock equals skill point equals purchase skill. Now, I am not the greatest expert on Egypt or its history, but this is the Assassin's Creed series, which they do pride themselves on historical accuracy, so I'd say everything looks great. And like you can notice how, if you're in one area of Egypt, the building structures and clothing and dialect is this, and then here's what I'll point this out. When you're in Alexandria, the building structures are completely different. They have the different columns that people dress differently, and I think the language is a little different. So yeah, it's pretty cool how they have all this incorporated into the game. It's amazing. Let's see, the game features lots of, like, you can find hidden stuff. Like it'll say, in this land, you have to look for this thing, and that'll give you the treasure. It doesn't flat out tell you where it is, you have to work for it. And in some areas there's like hidden treasure chests around this fort, and you have to find them. It doesn't just... You don't have the eagle vision yet at the very get-go, so it's pretty awesome. You have to kind of look for it manually. And also they don't have the mini-map. That may be a step back. Some people were like, where's the mini-map? But this is it's kind of cool because since this game takes place before the events of the very first game, 490 BCE, before the 1199 Crusades, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like the very first Assassin's Creed game, with admittedly much better graphics and controls. Yeah, and also now, even though you don't have eagle vision, you do have eagle vision. You get a hawk eagle, which then you can have fly above you. It looks down and it can mark like guards, so you know their locations, and then you can see which one's like the main target. So that's a pretty cool feature they have. That I like that. And then after it's marked, you know where they are and where they're moving, and you can unlock to see where the path of where they're walking. Let's see, the game plays now. I do have a nitpick with this game. I was trying to do a block control function, but but when I first started, I kept opening the bow and arrow control. So I was like, okay, maybe I can change the controls of the control screen. No, it's only a 2 system layout. Control set A or control set B. You can't customize, like if you want the throw button to be the open the door button or blah blah blah. So that's my only nitpick. Now, like with other games, like with the War of Mordor, there is, and like with some of the previous Assassin's Creed installments, you get Helix credits, which is the in-game currency, and you can use real-world currency to buy more of those if you want to buy like more outfits or time savers. Now, it's optional, people. You don't have to buy it. No one's making you. So yeah, you have that option, but I'm just gonna play the game as is. I'm gonna enjoy it. Now, here's what I noticed something. When on this channel, when Luchaman reviewed the Hidden Blade for the game, it looks a lot different than what we first get in the game. I haven't gotten too many upgrades through the Hidden Blade yet, so maybe that's what it looks like for its final perfect upgraded version, because it currently looks like the one I reviewed that was reviewed by Luchaman in the Assassin's Creed film. And here's an interesting thing. The game, it acknowledges that the film is canon. It acknowledges that the film is within the universe. Granted, there was a slight error in one part of the production of the film. But yes, it acknowledges the film because of that blade. And also there's an email that you read that talks about the machine that was used in the film. So that's pretty awesome. And another thing it acknowledges, it has been confirmed in multiple games, both of Assassin's Creed and the Watch Dogs series, that they both commingle and exist within the same universe. And it's further confirmed in this game, so that's pretty awesome. I really enjoyed this game. I like the puzzles, I like the puzzles, and here's what, you can buy new clothing, you can buy weapons, and there's like a smith shop. You can even buy upgraded mounts, like you can have a camel or a horse, faster camel. It's pretty awesome. Another nitpick I have is how when you're at the shop, I was about to buy another outfit, but I was like, wait a minute, this outfit looks familiar. So I went back through my outfit collection. I was like, I already have this. I already bought this. So even when you have an outfit, the game doesn't acknowledge the fact that you already have this and you might spend your money on something you already own. So always double check. The game is about resources. Like you can disassemble a weapon to get the resources, or you can sell it for money. And then like you can then use the resources to upgrade your armor, or you can upgrade some of your weapons. My advice is to hold on to the stuff that has the purple background and the yellow background, as those are the rare and the super rare items that you really want to hang on to. Yeah, so this is a great game. Another triumph for the Assassin's Creed series. It's great, and people were worried about, oh, there's not going to be a lot of stuff to climb up very high on in this game. Actually, there is some stuff that's like 3 or more stories up, and you do get the eagle vision, so to synchronize, so yeah. Yeah, so we get the origin of the blade, the origin of the missing ring finger, and we learn about the leap of faith. So this is pretty awesome. This is a very good series, and I'm liking how they are acknowledging the very beginning of how this all started. So we jumped in somewhere around the early beginning. We went through, I don't know if we're at the middle point yet, and now the series has gone, like it started in one time period, it's gone forward and back and forward, and now we've gone way back to the beginning. So I'm liking how this is working out. So we here at Aperture Gaming, we are proud to give Assassin's Creed Origin a 9.75 or 9.75 out of 10. It is a great game. Like I said, the only nitpicks were the shop feature, if you already have something, and what was the other thing I was going to play about? Oh yeah, the control setup. But yeah, so very few nitpicks. I'm hoping they can be worked out, and there's some other stuff that doesn't break the game, but it's just, the game overall is great. If you haven't, this is definitely a buy Don't rent it. If you've been with the Assassin's Creed series for this long, buy it, play it, love it. Alright, that's all the time we have for this episode, so until next time, thank you for watching. This has been Test Subject 1337 saying thank you, have a nice day, and as always, game on!